Hello, you beautiful people, and welcome back to Let's Play. And we are about to enter this building, which is here. I go to a region. Yes, we want to acquire the Rift modulator. That is the plan. How that is going to be turning out, I have yet no clue. But I hope for the best. That we acquire. I'm quite certain we are gonna be heading into shooting.
Anomalous event. The interstitial hall in Exhibition Tower is off limits for the foreseeable future to any and all non-essential personnel. All requests to view the prototype Rift anomaly modulator are hereby suspended for the time being. Please direct all further queries and study petitions to the lead researcher's office.
The lead research office, you guys. That might be some go-to place, right? Frankly speaking, okay, I'm gonna take a few steps away from the rift. Actually, all right. What is that? I'm just gonna, I don't know what the ceiling does. I just love the animation. I know that's not really helpful, but it is what it is. Cool the rule of cool. And yes, sometimes eating is useful. Okay, I thought for a second thought that was a real person there. Luckily not. We probably would have been shot. That would be hot.
Subjects, listen well. Days ago, our beloved sovereign, in his infinite wisdom, submitted himself to mental refreshment to strengthen his resolve for the good of all. At his command, I, Emery Thoreau, now accept the responsibility of shepherding you through these dark times until our sovereign's blessed return. I shall not take this duty lightly, for I address you today not as the consul, nor even as your new leader, which I am, but as a simple man who wants nothing more than to defend his home and his neighbors. But I cannot do it alone.
I smell regicide. The Sovereign's certainly dead.
The Sovereign's a downright dove compared to the Consul.
Good point. Okay, arrival and departure logs. Displaying the most recent entries. Yada yada yada. Return to route. Requisition error. More crates of borscht loaf arrived today, assigned for delivery to the Prestige Observation Suite. Third time in as many weeks, and yet we have had no visiting luminaries. Safety console briefly. I cannot imagine he's putting away that much loaf, and certainly not a single afternoon. This must be a tabulation error. It is certainly worth investigating to be sure. 500 credits or bits. That's good. Not gonna say no to that.
Ready to waste.
That was quick. I just thought when they are sticking together like that, that would be the neater way and the quicker way to, you know, put them all, to put them all to sleep, right? And to sleep we put them. Gotcha. Gotcha. Oh, hello. Hello. Yep, obviously there are more enemies. That's what I guessed.
There must be something here.
Can we talk to her? We can, right?
I know how this looks, but I can assure you I have leave to look into... Oh, you're not security. Then you must be responsible for all the commotion I heard just now.
And if I was?
For both our sakes, I think it best if we continue as we were. I will forget I saw you as long as you extend me the same courtesy.
Not until you tell me what you were doing first.
I was looking for proof, if you must know. There was an incident recently, and I believe our head of security is neglecting his duty to investigate. Albin Valancourt is the sentinel charged with supervising this facility and all its researchers. Unfortunately, he's a punitive man who delights in the wretchedness of others. I'd grasp a live rod if I could pass its current to him. Although, unless you have unusual license to be here, his odds of keeping head and body united diminish by the second.
I'd be more than happy to accelerate that timeline. I am quite handy with sharp instruments, if you prefer it done quiet-like. Or I can just improvise. Always more fun that way.
You know what? A little friendly decapitation would cheer me up.
It has always worked for me.
Do I know you? Your voice sounds strikingly familiar.
I don't think... I mean, definitely not. You must be mistaken.
Well, your assistant seems spirited. But do not mistake me. I only want the appropriate measures to be taken in response to what appears to be a significant security breach.
You mentioned an incident.
Unless your lamps have oxidized, you must have noticed my arm. I lost it saving the Sovereign from a rift experiment gone wrong. An experiment I was in charge of. Naturally. Valancourt supplied my name for the reports, incriminating me in the eyes of my colleagues. And since he's closed off that wing of the lab, I can't prove my innocence.
Okay, we could help her prove the innocence yet. Yeah. That's... Okay, what do you suspect happened? Let's start with that.
Coincidence is not causation, I know. But with recent events being what they are, it's difficult not to draw certain unpalatable theories beyond mere incompetence. Sabotage comes foremost to mind, though the perpetrator and purpose remain a mystery. If only Valancourt was not at permanent cross-purposes with me.
I can help you with your situation if you help me acquire the rift modulator you have here.
I should have known you were here for the prototype. But for what ill-begotten purpose, I wonder?
Not ill-begotten at all. I'm trying to save the colony from certain destruction. That's good.
If that is true, then your goals and mine may be in closer alignment than I thought. Everything is turning base over apex today. Even though we have expanded our efforts beyond the modulator's use, Valancourt would still pay for such a theft. And I'll need it to reopen the rift in the closed-off wing. I couldn't possibly rely on an outsider to help me conduct an investigation, could I? No, that would be outrageous, unthinkable. Except, whatever the cause of the incident, it is my duty as a law-abiding protectorate subject to gather proof and uncover its cause. Really, Valancourt is forcing my hand here.
Just be clear, does this mean you are willing to help me get the rift modulator? What do you mean when you said you are expanded beyond the use of the pro... Okay, that's good.
That is privileged information.
Okay, then privilege me with it. I don't want Arcadia destroyed any more than you do. That's good.
Some things I cannot divulge, even under pain of death. This is one of them. All I can say is that the prototype is just that. A proof of concept rendered in miniature. back to the topic at hand. Do we have an accord? Or do you intend to make further errors in judgment by rejecting my help?
Okay, just to be clear, does this mean you were willing to help me get the modulator?
Help you with acquisition? Assuredly not. If, however, in your exploration of the lab, you happen upon the modulator, I surely would not be able to prevent you from seizing it. What I am offering is help afterward. Once you take the prototype, it will set off an immediate lockdown. I can facilitate your exit from the facility, but only if you help me in turn. That modulator will be necessary to unfold the rift and find the evidence I need. And if Valancourt suffers repercussions for its loss, I will count that as an added benefit.
What kind of evidence are you hoping to find in this restricted wing?
The kind that proves I did not dishonor myself by making a mistake, and that the cause of the disaster was due to someone else's malfeasance, deliberate or otherwise.
Okay, you are unhinged, but I can work with it.
The prototype rift modulator is currently in interstitial hall at the top of Exhibition Tower. There's a lift in the next room over that can take you directly there. Once you have the prototype, make your way to Valancourt's quarters. He should have a spare key card that will grant us access to the restricted wing. I'll monitor your progress from here. Be cautious. The guards of this facility will attack anyone unfamiliar to them. But once you have the key card and rift device, reconvene here, and we'll go together to the wing.
Okay, any last piece of evidence?
Valancourt keeps all of the items he confiscates from the staff in a locked closet in his quarters. There may be something pertaining to the investigation within.
I had some questions for you before I go.
I've already shared more with you than I ought have. But go ahead.
Did you hear the consul's announcement about the coup?
That's an ugly way to describe a legitimate transfer of power. And if you're trying to bait me into expressing an opinion of my superiors, I assure you I will not.
Okay, isn't Valancourt your superior? You seem to have plenty of opinions about him.
A technicality. He's inferior in every way that matters.
Okay, what can you tell me about the rift experiments you have been conducting?
The Interstitial Reconfiguration Center was created to continue researching into rifts, following a significant setback to our studies elsewhere.
You're referring to Horizon Point, right?
How do you know about that? That disaster and its link to the death of the Sovereign's family was not made public. No one outside of this facility is supposed to know of it. Regardless, even though Horizon Point's destruction did impede our progress for a time, we learned from it as well. We're now able to generate rifts safely within containment. Or we were. Due to the exacerbation of the greater rift recently, these lesser rifts became less stable. Some breaking containment or spawning outside of it altogether.
You know the Sovereign personally? What is he really like?
In public, Henry has adopted the affectations of his father. In private, he is much more personable, though meddlesome too. Always wanting to be involved in the experiments. He becomes most animated when we discuss how matter might be reconstituted from the rifts. What was lost somehow returned. You could say he has a vested interest.
What exactly was Sovereign Varric hoping to accomplish with his research into rifts?
His motivations are personal. All I am willing to say is that he is a man who loved his family very much and would move planets to see them again.
I don't know much about the last Sovereign. Was he very different from the current one?
He and the consul wore coats cut from the same stern cloth. Henry has never quite matched either of them, in terms of temperament or severity.
Alright, that's all. Okay, and we will try to help her to get the optional thing I will try to do if I do not get somehow distracted and or forget. The door is shut. There's still a dead body I have not looted. That's a shame that okay, because I overseen the pile of ash. That's the explanation. Oh, Psychic, sometimes you oversee every single piece. That's weird. Why are you so blind sometimes? I don't get it.
The console provides a system of can't be expected to sleep in these conditions.
Sharpen up. Hostiles nearby.
Oh, shoot. Okay, scientists, I ain't gonna kill them.
Target reacquired.
I know this guy from the loading screen. Give me that, give me that. Give me that. Looted.
Forever vigilant.
Okay, we are missing science. That's sad. But alright, I accept. It is what it is. Can't have everything, right? Stay. I ain't gonna do anything to you, you boys. Don't you worry. I just want to loot. That's all. No innocents need to die. Well, so to say innocents. Can I pass, please? Guys, thank you. Okay, and all of that for a shut door. Okay.
Calling to us. There's something inside it that wants to come out. You can all hear that, right?
No. Not precisely. Okay, back to that room. Alright. Alright, alright. Ah, we are back here. Okay, why did I actually on purpose leave the doors open? Okay, it somehow automatically closed. Okay, I see. Then let's take the yellow. Okay, sealed. Okay, see. I see, I see, I see. Then I need to go through that door here. Again. And then we take the elevator.
Hey, investigating hostile act. Freak.
Okay, yes, okay. They freaked out. Okay, easily. You see, you are so easily surprised that you always try to get the jump on enemies. Getting caught leaves you open to damage for a short time, but you are better at stealth. Your damage resistant invasion are ignored traits when caught by investigation. So let's at least. I know I haven't really taken care of the the negatives and positives, the traits there. I'm not really using them fast. I remember I did similar.
Anomaly modulator. Oh, they still my heart. To interact with the Rex will be to touch perfection.
Okay, the prototype Rift device is a mysterious tool built by Protectorate to study the instabilized rifts, to use approach and interact with a rift temporarily stabilized, revealing object consumed. Okay. Okay, that's cool.
Subtle thief. Yes, you with the rift modulator. I've made the intercom available to you. Avail yourself of it. It's not every day that someone is fool enough to break into the Interstitial Reconfiguration Center. I'd be obliged if you would regale me with the tale of how you managed to get this far.
Alright, you must be Valancourt. Heard you were a piece of shit.
A crude assessment and utterly untrue. I am perfectly accommodating to non-incompetence. I suspect you did not reach here unaided. So who was it? Which one of my undutiful brain boxes helped sponsor this little pilferage?
Like I'm going to tell you.
You cannot fault me for trying. Well, there will be time to scrutinize every angle of this breach at a later date, once I have dealt with you.
Okay, or you could just let me go, bygones being bygones and all that.
I could also reduce you to a state of quivering agony, begging for death. And that would be a lot more enjoyable for me, if I'm being candid. No matter. I will await you in the hangar, where bullets may fly more freely than words, if you survive that long.
Yeah, yada yada yada, blah blah blah. You know? It's typically what...
Find my next victim. I'm in a hot bath about.
I'm alive. Who needs to die?
Okay, we don't have the maintenance access card yet. Fair enough. Yeah, there. Okay, can't go there. That's too bad. That's one thing I think I already didn't like that in part 1. The teleport, how they teleport around them and our friendos.
Aggressor at hand.
And what are they doing? Are they just hanging around in these? Okay, there's theoretically another door there. Okay, that's the explanation, I guess. That they are not in that room, they are just not completely... Anyways. On the other side we need to go, I see. This...
seemed especially perturbed. You know what Prudence always says.
Got eyes on some no good.
And shimmy to your heart's reasonable abandon? No, that's only for celebrating the downfall of our enemies. Just tap me.
Alright, let us loot and then I will actually give the rest into the competent hands of Future Psychic. He will then deal with the rest here, with the last bad boys and stuff. That's a cool picture, by the way. Anyways, guys, that then right now is gonna be bringing us to the end of today's episode, and you know that I, as usual, really thank you for watching. If you guys actually do have enjoyed today's episode, then please give me a little tinsy thumbs up and subscribe, and hopefully I see you in the next episode. Until then, I wish you all a wonderful day. Stay frosty. Bye.